Hi guys, I've got a nice little video here about climbing ladders, which I found difficult at first until I found a nice little asset online that's made a huge difference. I'll just show you that now. So it's actually very simple. As soon as you get to the ladder, up you go in stages. So, and then you turn around, you get to the top, you go down. It goes down reasonably slowly as well. So all I've done is change the speed. From going up and coming down again. That's the only thing. How did I do that? Well, it's a tricky, interesting thing, isn't it? I'll show you that. Yeah, it's a nice little 3D mesh actually in front of the object, which you can't see. I'm going to switch it on now. So it is there. Got it turned off, so I can turn it back on. I'll give it a texture so you can see it better. So, what about that one? So there it is. It's just a 3D mesh that makes the game much easier to go up in steps, because it can go up a certain amount height by itself, and if it does enough in steps, it's fine. It can actually do that just fine. There's almost no changes needed in the game, which is pretty cool. You don't even need to change the speed. You can't leave it by default, but it just looks better if you do. So what I've done is, so the ladder is what you see, so that'll be visible. The ramp will be invisible, so you won't put any code under the ramp. But the ladder, you'll want to have two proximities, one on enter, one on exit. So you go right up to the top, the box, down to the bottom, and just enough to cover the sides that way. On enter, just change a variable like ladder or something like that to 1, and on exit go back to 0. You know, you can use on and off and true and false, whatever you want. Now also when you get off the ladder, because I'm changing the velocity going up and going down in another section, so when you come off the ladder you just need to revert back to the default speed. So set CopperCube variable, hash the name of your player, and then movement speed. So that's the code. Pretty straightforward. And basically I've changing the speed. I determine whether you're going up or down the ladder according to whether you're pressing the up key or down key. So it's pretty straightforward. It doesn't need any separate little boxes up the top and bottom to determine you're going up the ladder or down the ladder, that sort of thing. I mean, you could do that, but so the ladder is equal 1. So if you're pressing up, the ladder is equal 1. Then I just want to slow the player down a little bit. So I've gone from 0.025 to 0.02. You can change it to whatever you want. And when it's coming down, because you're going down using gravity, I've got gravity on the player, it'll come down a lot quicker. So I've slowed the coming down speed big time. Alternatively, you could probably just change the gravity as well. Actually, that'd be another way around it. That might actually work better. So when you press down and the ladder is equal to 1, meaning you're on the ladder, change the player speed. So I've reduced it way down to really, it's very small. Instead of 0.025, it's like 10% of that, pretty much. Because otherwise it goes down too quick. If you go down forward, face first, then you won't slow down at all. It'll be really quick. So go back to the ramp. Let's just turn that front ramp off and run that. So yeah, you can't see it, can't see the ramp. You start going up, you know, you're pretty close to it anyway. You could theoretically make this ramp a little bit, sticks out a bit further, and coming down would probably look a bit better. See, I've got this little thing to say up. Once you're in the ramp, up or down, it'll tell you, and then exit. So if you go down front first, it doesn't work at all well. Probably want to have a little box up the top to say, if the ladder is 0 and you've just entered this box up the top, then turn the player around like this in front of the ladder, so he always goes down this way. Probably the best thing. There you go. Because I mean, who goes down the ladder front first anyway? You always go down facing the same way. So face this way going up, and face the same way going down. You know, you don't go down the ladder that way anyway, do you? Okay, so yeah, it's pretty good. I'll post this online. You can have that, all this, and use it in your game. So I hope you like that. Cheers.